Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel Macomber. Thank you for watching or listening to this podcast. You know, we need to have some of the conversations to be able to share with each other the things that we are learning, the things that we are understanding, that we're coming to realize. You see, the news media in recent days has basically been declared dead, and hopefully we will see it buried once and for all, as podcasts are becoming the new revolution. They are becoming the new way to get information out to people all the way around the world. And so that's a beautiful thing, because we literally, as the journalists, as the people who do the research, who actually have the boots on the ground, can come together and we can have these conversations, and we can be able to share so many of the amazing things that are going on all the way around the world. I, of course, am located in North Carolina, United States of America, and extremely grateful that we recently had the election of Donald J. Trump, and we're very excited and grateful for that, because it literally would have been a travesty had the other side won. We literally had a candidate who was incompetent, who literally spent most of their time bad-mouthing Donald J. Trump rather than actually declaring what their agenda was, what their beliefs are, and then their beliefs kept changing, and then they started even copying Donald J. Trump, many of the things that he wanted to do. So fortunately, we were able to have such a wonderful turnout that we were able to actually get Donald J. Trump elected, and now we're looking forward to see his nominees hopefully put in here very, very soon, and get the government moving forward, of course, after the inauguration on January the 20th. There are so many amazing things that have already happened since the election on November the 6th, 2024. It's so incredible and amazing. And maybe some of those things we might talk about on this podcast in the coming days, as I take some time to actually get these podcasts recorded and put up on the proper platforms. And so we appreciate all of you sharing and getting the word out about these podcasts, as well as listening to them, as we hope that they will be enriching to you and incredibly informative as we share with you the things that are truly going on. There are amazing things going on. It is so interesting to find out. One of the news that was breaking today was actually that the DEI is basically crumbling in places such as Walmart, which is really, really shocking. People are getting tired of the woke agenda. People are getting tired of those that are against America, that are wanting to destroy the values that we have held dear for so many years. But in addition to that, there are things like the Department of Education that were never needed. It's pretty amazing to consider that prior to 1973, there was no Department of Education, and yet people were more educated prior to that. They actually had more of a common sense approach to life, something that has been lost with our education system. In addition to that, it is also very interesting to find out that almost all of the universities and colleges in the state of Georgia are now going to be teaching the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and other founding documents. This is something that should have been happening for a very long time. Why has it come to such a point as this, to where here in America we were actually taught more about how to be against America and be against the things, the Constitution, than to actually be for it? It's actually pretty incredible, and somewhat it's also disgusting, considering the fact that we have reached this level, and we are being given a second opportunity, I do believe. And with that opportunity, a lot of responsibility, a lot of changes. People don't realize all of the changes that will be necessary in order for us to return back to the way we were meant to be as a nation that actually follows the Constitution. Securing our borders is one of the many things that is necessary to remove corruption out of our borders. And unfortunately, an invasion is something that should never have been okay. A few years back, I was one that was more for a open border policy because my understanding at the time was that there were people who were fleeing from their countries that wanted a better life. But we have seen, especially during the Biden administration, is not just people crossing the border. It's an invasion. It is destroying our industries. You know, the left likes to say, who's going to pick our fruit and our vegetables and work in our packing houses? We're not necessarily just talking about people from Mexico. We literally have Haitians and Russians and people from all over the world, Venezuelans, that have come in, and you look at our trucking industry. You know, recently I was looking to get back in an 18-wheeler again and start driving again. And I found it very, very difficult to find a job because these foreigners have somehow managed to either get CDLs or they're stealing identities or using the CDLs from their countries. And they have taken over our trucking industry and are running it very illegal and with fly-by-night companies, and it's doing a lot of harm. We're seeing a lot of trucks that shouldn't be on the road. We're seeing a lot of trash in places that the trucks park and so forth. So these are many of the things that we have going on, and we are so grateful that we are going to be seeing many of these things change in the coming months and years. And I'm glad to be a part of getting that word out. So be looking forward for the next podcast, and we will see you soon.